So yeah, we're back finally. I've been toying around with my audio settings and with my mic and everything else. So I basically shoutcasted half the game without fucking having a mic in, basically. So the streaming program did not read my mic, and it ended up being a complete bust and a waste of time. So we will be going back into another game then, because that one is way too far in. And let's just find someone who has been well, playing for less than 3 minutes. There was someone in queue. Yeah, let's just spectate Fluffy if he's going for a ranked. That might have been interesting. Let's see if Fluffy's going ranked, since he's diamond something, so at least we would be seeing let's see if there's anyone else that we kind of know and is kind of good, to see if we will be spectating anyone. 6 minutes plus 1 minute in queue, actually. Alright, 9 minutes and so on. 3 minutes. Okay, let's just hope that he joins the queue soonish. Either way, yeah, I hope. Well, I don't know if anyone is watching this, probably not, but I'm just recording this to have an idea of how I'm doing and how I'm progressing through the practice runs, basically. I just see how the mic levels are and how the music levels are. Hopefully everything is fine. Oh, okay. I have no idea what this is, but you're seeing it on the stream. It's funny junk. Don't get confused. It's nothing weird or sexual. Anyway, Fluffy is still in queue, still not joining anything. We could just refresh and see if there is anyone else going on these spotlighted games. Nope, everyone is 5 minutes in at least. 3 minutes, 2 minutes. Playing as Teemo. That's a low ranked game though. Not really too fond of low ranked games. They're just there's so much retarded stuff going on, and you just end up going like, what the fuck is going on? Just play normally. Either way, let's just keep looking. Well, eventually we'll find someone that is going to play without still in queue. God damn it! Come on! This guy is quite high rated as well, if I'm not mistaken. You see, okay, in game, playing as Kyle. I have no idea who this guy is, but let's go check out his profile. Yeah, okay, so that's not good. Not too keen on spectating that. Yeah. Let's just see if there's anyone else. Come on, Fluffy, join the game already. I want to spectate someone. I want to take advantage of. Okay, let's just go spectate this guy. He's like he has been about 1.8k ranked. So he might be somewhat good, although he's such a troll that well, we cannot expect a lot from him. Either way, we are in the Champion Select stream. We cannot see the picks. Well, we can see, of course, the picks, but we cannot see the bans, which is kind of a shame. I want to see what people kind of ban. But as we can see, there is. It seems that there is a semi-pre-made going on the blue team, as I know a few nicknames on that side. We have Zeko Thunder in the mid lane with Anivia, and bot lane will be represented by the Bobo 666, but on MF, Sir Gregory on Thresh, and then we have actually an interesting Riven in the top lane. With Nasus in the jungle. Riven, I haven't seen her around a lot. He has fallen out of grace. I mean, I have seen her play to a great extent, well, during Season 2. But now, mostly on the top lane, you will see either Renekton or I don't know, Jace and champs like that. On the other side, we see actually free Dracula and Loveless. Loveless on Ezreal and free Dracula on Janna. Then we have energy power with Garen in the top lane. It seems with Got Herefin Teki. I'm just gonna call it Got. On Katarina in the mid lane with Kik Murder or something. That looks like there should be like those umlauts, those dots over an O, but he just went for the Kik Murder, whatever. On Hecarim in the jungle, so Got Pony in play in this game. Well, this is an interesting matchup. I mean, Thresh's ultimate, the Thresh's box, going down combined with Anivia's ultimate is gonna do quite a lot of damage, and then if you cover all of that with bullet time from MF, it's gonna be quite a lot of AoE damage. On the other side, you have Janna, who can just blow everybody away and just heal her team as well. And you have, well, there's a lot more, I don't know, I feel tankiness to purple team. But we'll see how everything goes as the loading screen is starting to come up. Let's see how well everybody is equipped with skins. Riven actually having won two players for blue team still not actually loaded, so Riven won, and then we have Reaper, Hecarim, Pulsefire Ezreal, so everyone almost has it, even though it was a legendary skin, and the Tempest Janna. And well, 2 versus 3 in terms of skins on these champions, and purple team seem to be having it. However, purple team 4 members are silver ranked. On the other side, we have a gold ranked, a platinum, and 3 unranked players. So this is not the game I was expecting when I started spectating this. I kind of hoped that well, it would have been a bit more either balanced or just you know, high ranked. But we'll see how everything turns out for these 2 teams. I mean, at the moment, just in terms of AoE and synergy-like capabilities, I would give it to blue team, mostly because of their AoE comps. And Riven, even though she hasn't been played, she is still very strong if played correctly in that top lane. Against Garen, I have no idea if she's going to be able to out-sustain him, as Garen is extremely annoying, especially with that hide in the bush, press Q, press spin, well, kill someone combo. That's basically the whole point to Garen. He gets to level 6 and then he kills someone, and before he just zones out the top laner usually. So we'll see how that matchup actually turns out. On the other side, we have on the bot lane Thresh and MF against Ezreal and Janna. I do not see the point in Janna and Ezreal playing together. I mean, Janna's shields do give some kind of steroid to Ezreal's attack damage, but I don't know, Ezreal just a poke champion, but I don't think he's going to be able to do much. However, he does have that arcane shift, and he's gonna be able to avoid, hopefully, if he uses the arcane shift quite correctly, he's gonna be able to avoid most of the hooks, and well, he will be able to be out of range of those double ups from MF. So he's not gonna be, hopefully, if they know how to play, he's not gonna be too afraid of harass from MF, while being able to harass himself quite well, since he does have that Q, which has quite longer range than his auto attacks. So finally we might see Thresh loading up, as his hamster powering his computer is working overtime, it seems. We are about to hit 95% after about, I don't know, an eternity of waiting. And well, then I might actually get some material to comment in the game actually. So that would be perfect if Thresh could actually load up as soon as possible. 95%. Let's go 96. Let's count it down. I don't have a clock here, but I should totally count it down how much time he actually needs for those 4% left to load up. 97. Let's go. I'm watching a clock. I found a clock on my stream program, so that might be funny. No, there we go. He just totally ruined my game. I just wanted to hate over his computer, but yay for him finally loading up. And as my mouse actually comes back into view, I'm just guessing that the loading is gonna finally get underway. We're watching the screen. We're still watching the screen. Everyone is summoning. It's amazing. So finally we are into the game. I'm just gonna set everything up. Just gonna adjust the AD carries with compared to AD carries, supports against the supports, middles against the middles, tops. There we go, and junglers together. Well, MF actually starting with that longsword, so she either isn't aware of the new meta where you're running the lifesteal quintessences, and you go for the Doran's blade, so you have that sustaining lane. So, and Ezreal doing the same thing, and well, it seems that they just both, if they're both not aware of the new meta, and supposedly, of course, that's the best choice for an AD carry, then at least they're both equally bad. So we'll be seeing an equally matched bot lane. Both supports picking up the full mastery tree, getting those cookies, getting that free explorer's ward, and well, Janna starting with the mana manipulator instead of just a fairy charm. On the other side, Thresh starting with fairy charm and the pendants, rejuvenation beads, which is again a strange pick for support. You usually go for 2 wards, 2 normal wards, 1 pink ward, and well, potions. But I guess we'll see how that works out for both supports, as both junglers are starting on their respective starting positions. Nasus picking up the wolves first and then moving on to the blue, while Hecarim does not seem to be too concerned with getting the wolves and just going straight to the blue. We'll pick up the wolves later. Ezreal having to show off with his skin, not helping Hecarim enough, in my opinion. He could have gotten that blue much faster if Ezreal actually helped him. But we are finally in that laning phase, and we'll see how both of these teams are gonna fare. Anivia is gonna have quite some trouble until she gets that blue buff underway, as she is very mana consumption. As we see Jaban going straight for Riven, picking her up with a great flash, Q, and ignite combo. The flash was completely unnecessary, I believe, but I guess it was necessary in the form of, well, Riven getting surprised. That might have been it, but the speed increase from the Q should have been enough for him to catch up to Riven and kill her. Either way, first blood going down in favor of purple team in the top lane is stated. Well, Garen is quite an annoying champion, and if he gets fed, I apologize. If he gets fed, it's gonna be a big problem for blue team. Katarina harassing Anivia, as Anivia doesn't really pick up in terms of farming until she hits that level 6 and gets her ultimate that she can just spam. That sentence goes down with the Janna. Janna gets knocked up. but the double up just not doing enough damage and MF not reacting fast enough. Both Thresh and MF getting knocked up by the Cyclone as well, so they lost quite a lot of HP. Nasus waiting in the wings though, so if a Wither goes down or if a death sentence lands, it's most likely gonna mean the end of Ezreal. However, they have the insanely big well, actually, Wither goes down onto Janna. Janna is gonna flash away. However, the God Pony is there as well. Is most likely gonna pick up at least a kill, if not two. Misses the... Actually, Ezreal missing the Q onto Nasus. Nasus going down to Hecarim finally, but MF picking up the kill onto Hecarim. So 1-for-1 trade in the bot lane, not too big of a deal. I would have expected that at least Thresh, well, that both Thresh and Nasus would have gone down, but you know, missing those Qs, missing those Ws from Ezreal meant that there just wasn't enough DPS, and both teams were quite low enough that they couldn't do anything. In the meantime, Riven completely losing that top lane compared to Garen. Garen is out-farming her by 15 CS already, and he's just continuing to increase his lead. Riven just does not have the power to contest it, and there goes the perfect Cyclone straight onto MF. MF not being able to get away, and she gets picked up by Ezreal. Purple team completely dominating. Janna actually having to recall as she went pretty low, but still getting the double buff on Ezreal. It's just gonna mean that Ezreal is gonna have that additional harass coming out of the red buff. Here Nasus and Hecarim going 1v1. Hecarim obviously winning the trade as he did get the assist, while Nasus only died in the bot lane. Hecarim also getting the kill. Now Anivia is coming around, so this is going to be a 3v2. Riven going aggressive onto Hecarim. Hecarim getting walled off. He's not going to get away, and Nasus picking up the kill onto Hecarim. Now Jarvan is 2v1 here, but Katarina is joining the party as well. Ignite goes down onto Garen. Garen going extremely low. He spins around. Is not gonna pick up Anivia and goes down to Riven. Now Riven and Anivia are quite both low, but Anivia still has the egg. Misses the stun there. Is not gonna be able to do anything here, but great pickup by Riven. Actually 3 kills for her. Oh, 2 kills for her and 1 for Nasus. Ezreal as well going quite low in that bot lane. Not gonna be MF not gonna be able to do anything about it. That double buff is gone. So Ezreal is gonna keep that double buff, but blue team managing to get back in style with those 3 kills in the top lane. Purple team might have just overestimated their power there and just stayed in the fight way too long. That wasn't a good idea, especially with Katarina's slow reaction time to Anivia missing in the mid lane. Oh, Death Sentence almost landing on Janna. Janna, I don't think she would have died, as MF didn't seem to be ready for an eventual Death Sentence land, but well, would have been annoying nevertheless. Riven trying to trade with Garen yet again. She is 15 CS behind still, so she's gonna keep having trouble. However, she did get those 2 kills. She picked up a Doran's Blade and the Scepter, so she has quite some sustain. On the other side, Garen picked up a Giant's Belt, so he's gonna be regenerating a % of his health as long as he's not in combat. And whoa, Death Sentence missing for Thresh. Ezreal going aggressive onto MF, just chunking her down to about 10%. Now Anivia getting ignited is gonna go extremely low herself, almost dies. I have no idea why the auto director switched the camera down to the bot lane, but that just shouldn't happen. Anivia almost dying, well, not dying since she still had the egg ready, but that was a dangerous situation for her. Garen just keeps using that Q, using that spin straight onto Riven. Riven not being able to get away, ults up herself, goes aggressive. Now Nasus and Anivia going for Katarina. Katarina going extremely low with it, with her ticking. Garen using his ultimate, going straight for Riven, but getting picked up by her as well as he got ignited. Now Nasus picking up the kill onto Katarina with his E, and that is a good trade for blue team again. 2 kills picked up, 1 in mid, 1 in top lane. Anivia actually blowing her egg, but still it was worth it just to get that just to get that assist. She has 2 assists right now. She has picked up the Tear of the Goddess, which is very, very important with the mana-hungry Anivia play. But Anivia, I don't think she's gotten the blue buff yet, and that's gonna end up hurting her if she doesn't have that, or else well, the CS is gonna keep depleting. However, Anivia and Katarina quite even, well, bang even in terms of CS. Riven slowly making up that disadvantage that she earned in the start of the game, 30 to 42 CS. And here we see actually Ezreal going aggressive on Thresh. Thresh not really, well, thinking straight and just panic flashing away, I believe, because I don't think Ezreal could have picked him up. Death sentence goes out, but is too, well, Ezreal is too far away. Anivia finally picking up that blue buff. He's gonna get spotted by Hecarim though. Thresh going extremely low now. It might get picked up here by Janna. The knockup does not land. However, Janna flashing over, blocking MF away from there. Box goes down. Ezreal has to flash away, but both teams are very, very low now. Knockup goes down onto Thresh. Thresh not dying yet. A huge minion wave is gonna be here, and well, I just thought that Janna and Ezreal might actually go for that. Riven managing to trade with Garen quite evenly, but here's Hecarim going aggressive onto Riven. Riven going quite low. Katarina is there as well. Just gets the assist hit onto Riven, and Riven is gonna go down. Well, Garen going extremely low by well, just from those tower hits, but is gonna survive as no member of blue team were there to support Riven. Riven had that ward, but just bad placement from her. I mean, if you're in the bot lane and you're just keep getting pressured by someone in the top lane. Oh, Wither goes down onto Ezreal. Ezreal goes extremely low, gets picked up by the bullet time. Amazing, just barely escaping there, but great bullet time, honestly. I wouldn't expected it to work on that range. I just thought that it had a lower range. But if I return to what Riven did wrong, she should have warded right where the ward is from Garen there, as she keeps getting pressured by Anivia going 1v1 against Katarina. Katarina going extremely low. The Ignite is gonna pick her up, and Anivia is gonna pick up the first kill for her. Well, she's doing quite well right now. Her mana is not a problem with that blue buff ticking, and her farm is just gonna be increasing by the minute right now. Ezreal using his ultimate just to clear the wave and defend the tower, but blue team definitely looking extremely strong. Riven actually being able to trade with Garen quite evenly. Has to be careful though, she does not have the ward that well killed her before. Hecarim going for this Thresh. He gets the knockback, but it just does not continue, as Nasus is there as well. Riven and Garen against each other again under this turret. Riven is going quite low by those creeps. Might get picked up here by Garen, but no, she just backs away. But Katarina is there as well. She is in hot pursuit. We'll see if Riven manages to get away or at least get the kill onto Garen. Is not gonna manage to do so, as Katarina just tracks her down and Garen picks up the kill. 8 to 5 in kills, 16 to 15k in well, about 1k gold in favor of blue team, and well, only 12 minutes into the game. A lot of action happening here. Both teams just being just running from lane to lane and well, making some action and making trouble for me and for the auto director to follow the goddamn well, engages. But as it stands, Nasus picking up the Spirit Stone, I believe, and the Giant's Belt. Anivia actually getting the stun onto Hecarim. Hecarim having to ult away, almost gets blocked away by the wall and is gonna survive. However, Katarina is there as well. She gets nuked by Anivia. Anivia almost getting the kill, but she's going quite low on mana. Gets slowed by Janna, gets knocked back as well. Now, Garen is spinning in her face, but she's gonna manage to get away. Gets pulled away by the Lantern from Thresh. That Ezreal ult almost not hitting. Box goes down from Thresh. Almost walling off Garen and Ezreal. Ezreal getting withered down. Anivia is gonna survive though. Stuns Janna. Janna going extremely low herself. She could have gotten focused down. Everyone from Purple Team just so low, but nobody die. Well, Nass is finally picking up the kill onto the withered down Ezreal. Now he could have just turned away and tried to get onto Katarina or Janna, but both of them just getting away. You know, Hecarim is there as well. However, there is a full HP MF and Nass is still around. Death Sentence from Thresh missing. Thresh does not have his ultimate yet. Garen is full HP, almost is gonna ult soon, but there goes the bullet time, blocking everyone away, just deterring any kind of aggression from Purple Team. And that was an interesting matchup. And most likely this is going to be the turret gone for Blue Team if they do not back away, or at least a few kills. Anivia getting silenced, getting egged right now under the turret, gets ulted by Katarina. Katarina getting the turret aggro though, so she got down. Anivia regenerating from the egg, actually managing to survive quite a bit longer. Garen going low and just barely survives with the Ignite ticking. Amazing, amazing plays coming out from both teams. That was just insane. How long that team fight engagement kept going on. I would have just imagined the skirmish in front of the Dragon Pit, well, in front of that Tribush, would have been the end of it, but they kept going under the turret. Finally, Purple Team getting down the first turret of the game. No, actually the second. I correct myself yet again. The third turret of the game, as Blue Team have picked up the middle and the top turret for themselves just before. So, in the end, 20k gold to 19k gold. I'm just running up downwards, honestly, but doesn't matter. About 1k gold difference, 11 to 8 in kills, and well, both teams looking like they can actually win this game without making too many mistakes as they have done in the past, just in those 15 minutes. So Anivia has actually picked up that Athene's Holy Grail. She is building that, she is leveling up the Tear of the Goddess, so her build is starting to, be kind of meaningful, kind of going where it should be going. Riven picking up a BF sword, so she's not going tanky at all, as it seems that that role is going to be fulfilled by Nasus, who already picked up an Aegis, and as well still has the Giant's Belt and Spirit Stone. So that's an interesting pick. I would have expected that Riven would have gone a bit more tanky and Nasus for the DPS, but there goes the stun from Anivia. Nasus actually missing his E as Katarina just shampoos away. Now Wither going down onto Hecarim. Hecarim getting stunned as well, has to use the ultimate, but Garen is there as well, getting the red buff straight onto Anivia. Anivia going extremely low. She does not have the egg now, trying to get the slow onto Garen, but Garen just speeding up with that Q and picking up the kill. Now Nasus is in trouble. 4 members of Purple Team are going for him, and that's most likely going to be the kill. The question is for who? There goes Katarina picking up the kill, and that's most likely going to be the mid tower as well. Riven and Thresh are converging onto this mid tower from the Blue Team, but I don't think they're going to be able to do absolutely anything. However, Riven picking up the kill onto Hecarim, going low, extremely low for herself. Katarina having to shampoo away. The walls did not proc, as well, if you flash over the walls, or if you shampoo away, or if you have any kind of displacement spells like that, you're gonna be fine. Knock up going from Thresh. Garen actually tanking this turret aggro. Katarina going extremely low under the turret, but she does not have the turret aggro, picks up the kill onto Thresh, and is gonna be safe. Thresh just overstaying his welcome. He shouldn't have died there. He should have just given up the turret. I saw absolutely no point in him staying there and trying to defend the turret. I mean, Garen could just tank that turret all day long. He has the Doran shield, he has the Sunfire cape, and well, the upgraded boots. So he's extremely tanky right off the bat. I mean, Garen is one of the tankiest champions in the game, and all the while, well, remaining very, very strong in damage. Riven building up that Bloodthirster from the BF sword, so she's gonna be doing quite a lot of damage. And there goes the steal on the blue buff from Anivia, so she's gonna have that blue buff for the next 3 minutes or so, if I'm not mistaken. And blue buff actually, well, blue team actually going for the dragon. They might pick it up if they do not get ulted by Ezreal, almost hitting that ultimate onto the dragon, but Nas is managing to smite it away. Well, actually, he did not even use smite. I believe it was just the Q, so very good play by Nasus there. Or else that dragon might have gotten stolen. Either way, 26 to 25k gold, 1k gold still difference in favor of blue team, and well, nothing major happening. Both teams just going at it when there's a team fight happening. Just trying to get some kills. Thresh might have gotten overextended here. Lands the death sentence straight onto Janna. Janna is gonna get picked up. She flashes away, but Riven is there picking. Well, actually, Anivia picking her up. Now Riven still hasn't used her ultimate, if I'm not mistaken. No, she has. So Riven picking out the kill onto Ezreal as well. 2 for 0 in the mid lane, and blue team seem to be intent in going for this turret. Anivia missing the stun onto Garen. Garen just spinning around in the middle of these 3 members of blue team, ulting Thresh, killing him instantly. Now Katarina is in trouble, gets killed by Riven, and Garen is being pursued by Riven and Nasus. Nasus has the ultimate up, gets the pickup onto Garen, and that was a 4 for 1 trade in favor of blue team. Blue team are gonna be knocking onto this inner inhibitor turret, most likely gonna be able to get it down, but Janna's shield's just preventing some of the damage. Knockups going down as well, so this turret is just gonna remain on about 50% HP, and blue team is backing off. So still 2 turrets in favor of purple team, 3 turrets in favor of blue team. Neither team actually getting ahead in terms of gold or objectives, at least not too badly, but blue team from that team fight engagement making about a 4k gold difference. So they did manage to pull away slightly. It's the 20th minute of the game, so we are on that. We are getting into that time frame where both teams are going to be starting to team fight quite a lot, especially around Baron and Dragon. We should be seeing a Dragon fairly soon, since I do not have the exact timer, but the Dragon is going to be coming up any minute now, and well, the Baron fights are going to start happening as well. So it's going to start it's going to start getting interesting. Janna picking up, trying to pick up those wraiths. Probably those are going to get picked up by Katarina just because she needs the farm more. Katarina is quite behind in farm compared to Anivia. Anivia also having a few more kills and almost the same assists. So Anivia already has that needlessly large rod. She's building towards what it seems to be Zhonya's, but Ezreal getting completely melted by Riven and Anivia missing her stun. Has to be careful here. Was Riven away from the purple team, so that wasn't a good wall. She did try to wall off Katarina, but that's almost impossible with her shampoos and with her mobility coming off of that. Riven trying to get some stuns into Garen. Garen being extremely tanky right now. He did pick up the second chance belt, so he's not going to be too easy to bring down. And blue team is just most likely going to bring down this turret. And stun landing on Garen, but Garen with his speed buff just runs away. Death sentence landing onto Janna. Janna is most likely just gonna get away, but Nasus is in hot pursuit with his ultimate ticking. If he could get closer, he would have picked up the kill, but gets melted by Katarina. Katarina being chased by Riven now. Riven finally picking up the kill onto Katarina, not actually dying herself, as she perfectly shields herself before getting hit by the turret. Ezreal picking out Thresh, but dying instead as well. So that was a 3 for 2 trade, and blue team just going for this inhibitor turret, picking up the inhibitor maybe as well. Janna is the only one defending it right now. Hecarim, I don't know where he is. He has been AFK for the past some minutes, it seems. I mean, he's just sitting here on the well. So That might be why purple team are actually losing. Stun goes down from Anivia onto Janna. Janna going quite low, does not want to pursue this any further. Ultimate from Ezreal going across the creeps, but he's not gonna do too much damage to Anivia. Anivia actually getting the stun both onto Katarina and Ezreal, but just running away. Garen trying to get a hold of her with his speed increase. He will be most likely able to just close the gap quite soon, but he misses the way Anivia has been going, and Anivia meeting up with MF, so they might just turn around and go for Ezreal, but they're just hanging around this dragon pit. Might be that they have the dragon timer, but I don't think so. Ezreal poking out Thresh missing his death sentence, so that's not gonna happen. And purple team has to be careful here. I mean, they have one teammate that is AFK. Naz is just going right into the backline, going to destroy this inhibitor, and picks it up with a Q. Janna doing her best actually to try and get him away, uses the Locket of the Iron Solari, but Naz just ults up, runs away. Ghost is not gonna be with Ghost, it's not gonna be a problem to get away, although Garen is trying to get in there. Anivia trying to get the stun onto Katarina. Katarina shampooing away, but now Garen is spinning around in this blue team. Garen going straight onto Riven. Riven being extremely tanky at the moment. Katarina going extremely low herself. Zeriko Thunder on Anivia picking up the kill onto Katarina. Garen is still spinning around in this team, but not doing any kind of proper damage, as he does not have enough damage items, and gets picked up by Riven. Two members of purple team still alive. One on the well, and well, that doesn't seem too good of a fight coming from purple team. Purple team knew that they had a member less. I mean, I know that a DC is always a pain to deal with, but they should have played it a bit more safe, or they just got, well, they just went, oh well, we lost the game, okay, let's just forget about it, let's just lose, and that's it. There we go, death sentence going on to Katarina. Katarina getting stunned by Riven as well, so she didn't even have time to proc any of the walls from the box, and that's the Nexus going down in favor of blue team. 23 to 15 in kills, 26 minutes exactly the time duration of the game, and well, blue team just being stronger. I mean, I know that Hecarim hasn't been around since, I don't know, 20 minutes, let's say 17 minutes. I don't think he's been DC'd longer, but I don't know, blue team just seems stronger, coming out with, well, Anivia having those blue buffs every time, stealing the blue buffs away from purple team as well, so just a little more team play coming out from them. Either way, that's it from me for this game, and we shall be spectating another game in about a minute when I find another suitable game sooner. Okay.